Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is the second episode of our holiday edition of Building with Whip. We are building up this awesome little holiday town up in this area. Last episode we came in and completely built all of this. This is all brand new. All of these mountains surrounding us right here are completely custom terraformed. We are working inside of our giant custom mountain range area, and last episode we came through here, decided to lay down the terrain, get everything here set up, ready to go, and it's turned to be nighttime. Does look pretty freaking cool up here. But down here, to give you a point of reference, we got our Nordic village down there, or future Nordic village. There's our big old lake, and the big old mountains are right around this area. Let's go ahead and sleep here real fast if we can here in just a second. However, while we're waiting for our sleeping time to come in here, I got a question for you guys. Seeing as this is the holiday episode, I got another holiday themed question for you. What is your guys' favorite holiday food? Maybe it's something that your grandma always makes, or maybe it's something that your parents always make, or something. I'm really curious to hear what you guys got to say on this one. For me personally, I would say my favorite one is we always make like a Dutch crumble apple pie or something like that for the holiday meals, and oh, I cannot get enough of that. I always eat the whole thing. That, and then you get like the good gravies and all the good breads and everything with it. Those little Hawaiian rolls that you get, not homemade, but oh my gosh, I could eat a whole thing of those. Where they come in like there's the pack of 9 or 12 or whatever, and you just gotta peel off the little buns. Oh my gosh, I could eat those all day long. Those things are so delicious. That with a little bit of gravy on it, ooh, it's just perfect. Okay, so as our sun is coming into here, look at that. Ooh, I love looking down this valley. I'm so happy here, if you guys can't tell. I'm a little hyped up about this one. However, there's something that this winter village is very, very much lacking in that we need to be solving today. It is very much lacking in the snow department. We have no snow up here. It's supposed to be a winter theme, but this is not doing a great job of being winter theme. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can fly all the way over here. We might be a little low. Let's see if we can pick it up here. Come on, come on. Pull up, pull up. We're so close. Oh, we're good. Nice. Okay, and now we're stuck back here. So what we need to do, though, is we need to come out over into this little area right here, back into our nice little fancy cavey cave back here, where we recently came through and fixed up our nice snow farm. This guy's back in here with my most amazing redstone ability. Look at this door. Delay, and opens, instant closes. Yep, best redstone skills ever. It's a little loud in here, so I'll go ahead and keep you guys on this side. I did bring over some shulker boxes with me. So I got this guy right here all crafted up for some snow blocks. I'm going to go ahead and fill this one up. We need to get 2 more stacks after that. And then we can go and do you. And then there is one of snow layers up here. I do want to go ahead and basically get a full shulker of the snow layers as well, because these guys go pretty freaking fast. We're going to need a lot more of these for sure. Where can I get some more? There's some snowballs. There we go. There's some more snow layers. That should do it for us for now, at least for getting most of this guy detailed out here. Let's get out of that cave, work our way up here to the top, and get back on the top of the mountain. So we have a few ways that we can do this. One is actually going to save us a lot of time, which I kind of learned while working through this area. So through this area, originally when I came through, I was starting on this side, I was turning everything here into snow. So all the way back here is snow. However, with a snow layer on top of it. However, what we can do to make it a little bit better and more believable is literally if we take just that top one that's on the outline layers right here, turn that into snow, then have these guys back here being grass. I think that'll be a good way of fixing it for us. I can give you guys a little bit of an example right over in this area, but we're going to start this off with another good old time-lapse. Seemed like you guys enjoy the one from the last episode, doing all the time-lapse of building up this. P.S. If you missed episode 1, go watch episode 1. Definitely worth it. Lots of cool stuff. Having so much fun with this. Anyways, let's go ahead and throw these shulker boxes down here. I want to start working from that back and then working our way out here. When we get out into like this vicinity, I don't care if we kind of end it off throughout here. But anyways, let's go and take a look at these guys. Let's go ahead and for starters, we'll grab like 3 stacks of snow layers. Let's do a few more stacks of snow layers. These things go pretty fast. We can never have too many snow layers. So the plan here is basically to come back in throughout this whole area, and what we can do is a little tester idea right here is we go ahead and basically break these guys out, snow layer, snow layer, snow layer, snow, snow, and then bringing this all the way around to everywhere where we would have like a full block. And then back behind, we can go ahead and start kind of building up this little bit of the snow layers right throughout here. This kind of helps it be, one, a little bit more believable, and 2, looks a little bit better, kind of because we have a bit of a slope to it. I do want to go ahead and kind of smooth this whole area out here as far as where we're going to be adding in. Ooh, that's going to be problematic. Okay, well, that's annoying. Let's go and do you and snow layer on top. So we need to be careful about where we're placing these snow blocks because it'll turn them into paths, and then we can't place the freaking snow layer on top of the path block. So that's something that we're gonna have to watch out for. So basically just coming through this whole area, doing stuff like that. I think that's a good testing point right there, showing you guys everything that we got going on. Gonna be super cool. Anyways, let's kick this off into time-lapse mode. Welcome back, guys, to our winter wonderland. Oh man, this thing is looking pretty freaking awesome. Unfortunately, so we only got to get that side of it in the time lapse. Unfortunately, I was working on this other side and it blue screened on me. My whole computer crashed. I don't know what it was. And then the footage corrupted, of course, naturally, because the blue screen. Good news, though, is I blue screened when I was working on this little section right here. And basically, the only area that I had to redo as far as putting snow down was this. Only right here, just this little circle, reset my Minecraft character back like it never happened. The world, as far as I know so far, is still totally fine. So, you know, we're looking good. Remember that whole point I was making a little while ago about always make backups? Man, you never know when those freaking blue screens are going to happen. But we're back. We're good to go. I'm finishing up this last little section here for stuff to throw in here and things to include, and basically just finishing off placing all of my snow in here, getting a lot of grass blocks back in the process. And then I want to go ahead and try and figure out some more ways that we can go throughout this and make it look a little bit... Oh, Java needs to update. I want to figure out more ways that we can make this look a little bit more detailed than just being white snow everywhere. Yeah, we're using the snow layers to add that extra bit of depth to it and make it look super, super cool, which I'm really happy with the end result we got going on with the snow layers right now. I think I still need to come back in here and fine tune it just a little bit, just give it a little bit more love, you know? The typical treatment when we're working on all this stuff here, just a little bit more love here and there, because like these sections right here look so boring, but then if we, as soon as we come in with some snow layers, do a little bit of action right like that, looks so much cooler. Okay, cool, perfect. So I'm gonna try and finish getting in these snow layers down below. On top of that, I do need to go ahead and get all the snow layers placed up on those guys up there in the mountains themselves. And then we're pretty much good to go to start actually bringing some life. So some trees, some small bushes. I'm thinking dark oak leaves and then some spruce trees around the place I think would be cool. Maybe some little ferns and things along the water here. I think that'll be pretty freaking awesome. Let me go and get the rest of the snow in, guys, and I'll be back with you to move on forward with the rest of the good stuff going on here. You know, I would say this is looking like a pretty snowy winter wonderland up here now. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I did not go ahead and fill in all those places with the snowy stuff that could be getting in right here because, well, that's about all I got left. No, I actually have a little bit more left. It's all just down there in the shulker boxes. But also, what we did here, I looked at another probably hour and a half of work after the time lapse ended and after I last spoke with you guys, just to get these top little bits in here because they're kind of hard. Like there's little ones like this that I would just miss all the time. So I'd say like be coming in here and we could go and fill you in and go ahead and do like those two guys right there, bring in our full block and do like that, make it look a little nice, mess it up just tiny bits right there. And yeah, so that took quite a while. As you guys can see, there's been a lot of snow placed. There's been a lot of snow placed. But it's looking really awesome. Yes, there was like 6 reallys in there. And I will keep with that 6 reallys. Okay, next stuff we got to work on. We got to go ahead and get that cave finished up, but we'll do that soon. What I want to do now is I do have some good old sprucey stuff on me, so we can start adding in a few small trees in here. I don't want to do like the full size trees that we have all the way down there. Those guys, because that'll make our little walls in here look pretty freaking small. I do want to put a big one like in the center over there, but besides that, I want to do some smaller stuff. I want to use some dark oak leaves as well up here. But let's go ahead and lay all these shulkers out. So we got our spruce wood right there. We got a bunch of grass and ferns, which we'll be using a little bit of here. If we want to do some of those birch oak fence trees, we got some of those guys. And I think that was it. Nope, there's one more right here. There's all of our spruce leaves. Cool. So let's go ahead and grab you. And let's grab you. No, not those. That guy. And we'll go ahead and get 2 of these. And then we got our dark oak on us, and I want to go ahead and grab some ferns and just little bits of grass because we're going to dot those guys. All of these things are just placed on ice right now, so it doesn't break any of my snow layers. Oh, struggle bus, guys, struggle bus. Actually, do we have cobblestone? I want to go ahead and lay out. I know, we're going to go break some snow layers. It's going to be very sad. But I want to go ahead and lay out with you guys while we're in here what our little area up here is going to be looking like. It's just going to be a few small houses. We'll be building these in the next episode. But what I wanted to have was right here, I wanted to have a Christmas tree. I mean, come on. How can we not have a Christmas tree in here? We're doing a holiday special. We gotta have one. So we're gonna be building that up next episode. However, though, I wanted to go ahead and make it look like these are kind of built out of the mountains. So we're actually gonna go ahead and have this stuff kind of come in right here. And then it's probably, let's do this and get a few of our snow layers back. So we can bring him out 3. And then I'm thinking we'll go ahead and bring in 5 across. We're going to make it look like they're like mountain elves, mountain elf dwarf somethings. I guess mountain elves would somewhat be a dwarf. So we're going to make it into, these are going to be like dwarf people up here. Similar to, if you guys remember, what was that town called? We did a little Let's Build series and time-lapse stuff a long time ago. Somebody can remember the name, let me know down in the comments. So I wanted to go have one of those guys right here. We're going to be having another one probably, let's do right in this area so we can have this guy coming out here at kind of an angle. And then we can do bam, bam, bam. We'll have a doorway right there, bam, bam. And then so we can have the door right there and we'll maybe bring you out to being 5. And then we can go ahead and do and bring him back in right here. And we lost snow there. That's fine though. But yeah, something like that where we can go ahead and have like the doorway right there. That'll be pretty cool. This guy's doorway will be probably right there. So that gives us 2 of them. And I want to go ahead and make this area pretty open because I want to do a lot of decorations and things like that. Just kind of sticking out of the different places. So we're probably going to just go ahead and throw our 3rd one in here. It's only going to be a 4-episode series. So we don't want to make this area too big. But maybe something like right back in here. The reason why we're doing this now is it's going to, 1, give you guys a little bit of a teaser what's coming in the next episode. And 2, we're going to go ahead and just kind of lay it out as some sort of an example that we can use to go off of later. So if we go ahead and bring this guy in right here. So what are we looking at? What's that? 5 wide? That's a 5 wide. So we're at 5 wide interior. And then we can go ahead and basically just bring him all the way back into here. That'll probably be good. Yeah, I like that. I think that'll be a good way to do it. And then we got a little surprise that we're going to be bringing in the last episode of how we're delivering the gifts to all the good little kids around the entire world. I got a really fun idea for there. So stay tuned for that one. You won't be able to see it till episode number 4. However, though, bringing it back in here for what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be bringing some spruce trees in. We're going to have our big Christmas tree in here. Now that I'm looking at it, though, we probably want to go ahead and have him be like right back in here or something. We'll go ahead and move him back just a little bit. And we can go ahead and bring in some pathways, maybe some gravel, or maybe we just like bring up the snow so it looks like that the like lower part here is where the people walk along. I think that might be a kind of cool way to keep it like super snowy still, and maybe just open up a few of them and turn it into like a gravel or something. We got to figure out how we're doing lighting and everything like that so it doesn't melt the snow, but it still makes it kind of cool and atmospheric-y stuff up here. So we do want to make it seem like this place is kind of hidden, however. So we do want to go ahead and do like maybe a tree right here, and then we can have another little bit of a tree right down here. We're not going to have any pathways or anything leading up into this area. Nobody's really supposed to know these are here as far as like the lore of the world goes. It's just kind of like a little bit of a Christmas miracle that there's these presents always get delivered around the world, and then they don't really realize that the mountain dwarves are the ones dropping the presents off every Christmas. So, I don't know. Kind of a cool idea. So, I was thinking we could go ahead and do these guys right here. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then probably let's go ahead and just do tree number 5 for good measure right back in here. I think that'll probably be pretty good. We don't want this to be too full. Like I was talking about, we want to make sure that it's still kind of feeling fairly empty. Or not empty, but like these trees don't want to be too tall. So we're going to have to really play this carefully about how large we make them. However, the next thing I want to do is I want to add like, actually, no. Let's not add the oak ones. I don't think those will fit too well up here. So let's go and do those or get rid of those guys. I'll tell you guys what though. I'm going to go ahead and figure out what I want a little bit more of this area to look like. Probably figure out somewhere to throw all these shulker boxes that are not right here in the center. I'll be back with you guys, maybe after I figure out a tree design or something. Forgot it, guys. I've got it. I've got the atmosphere that we want to go off with here. This is so great. Oh my, I know every clip I come back, I'm like, this is so great. This is perfect. This is the best thing ever. But just look at this. We got our dark oak bushes that with the biome coloring come even darker. And I love that. It makes it look like a very wet, damp plant just kind of sitting there on the edge of the water. And then also, I forgot that you can do this with Optifine. You can enable it so that when you place a grass, if there's a snow layer next to it, this also works with fences and walls and things like that. It'll add the snow layer inside that block. So we went ahead and did that, added a bunch of those guys in here, and just look at this. That is so cool. I'm so happy with this one. Also, we got a tree. I'm very pumped to say that I've come up with a decent tree design that kind of is basically the same style of tree that we've been using down below. This is basically just a shrunk down version of it, and I like it. I think it's pretty basic, but I think for what we're doing up here, I think it's actually gonna, no, come on. Right there, perfect. I think it's gonna do the job pretty well for what I kind of want it to do in this area. So I think something that scale will be good, and then we can have our bigger one back here, which we're gonna throw some Christmas lights and things like that on. If you guys got ideas on how to do the Christmas lights, be sure to let me know, because I can't really think of anything besides the big old full block. So anyways, how we do these guys is we bring them up to here, then we're gonna go like that. We're gonna add a little branch guy right there, jump onto the top of this one, jump onto the top of this one, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go ahead and just bring in some spruce leaves and count this up 3. I think that'll put us a slightly different level than that guy. So that is pretty much it right there. Let's sleep real fast so that we can go ahead and skip through this night stuff. Maybe skip through the night stuff. Well, while we're working on it, we go ahead and add in just some fences right along here to make it look like we got little bits of stuff flowing off of it, and then the bases, we're basically just going to go ahead and bring it all in right here, really just making a tiny version of the other tree that we built. And I think it actually looks really cool so far for just kind of the general shape and style and scale of everything that'll be kind of working with here. So very pumped to have this guy kind of going on. There's our base that we can work with. Now we can definitely sleep though. Okay, so the rest of the tree, pretty much what we're doing here is I would like to go ahead for these ones. I've been kind of starting from the top here and basically picking like one point where it comes up to the B1 higher, then the rest we're just kind of starting down there at that base point like so. Bringing these down a few blocks like that, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring these guys up right to here, and then just kind of like this, working our way all the way around, making it look so cool. And let's go ahead and make him a little bit shorter right there. And then we can go to bring that guy down, bring you down, and then bam, right there. And that looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, so very basic kind of trees right there. Looking really solid as far as just general shape and size and everything like that. I think it's doing the job that we need it to. Maybe we can go ahead and down here and get rid of that little guy. Always take a look at your trees and edit them up after you've worked on them quite a bit. I'll tell you guys what though, let me go ahead and build these other 4 or 5 trees over there, and I'll be back with you. All right guys, welcome on back. So it is time to end this episode off. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one. We came in through here and completely transformed this area from what it used to be. We kind of stopped off right here because we were going to go ahead and we don't want to spoil anything too much through all the streams. So, you know, after the mountains get built up out there, I'll come back in on stream or something. Maybe early next year, we'll go ahead and detail out the rest of this area. But oh my gosh, guys, I'm so happy with the end result we have here. We got this awesome little river coming through. We got the ice flowing over, or going through the river as well. We got these trees in here and all this little life and foliage and everything like that. All these little plants kind of hidden here in the snow. It's looking very, very awesome. That being said, though, next episode, we're going to be coming in here and working on the town itself up here. Hopefully we can get these 3 houses ready to go and detail up the area itself a little bit more. So I do hope you guys are enjoying this series still. Please hit that like button if you are. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.